ನನ್ನ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Can you guys see? For about sorry, technical glitch, not a video break, extremely sorry. So now we have rectified that. Coming back, so we were so you question that that is an agreement or an understanding that has taken place. Three major institutions. One that is Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology and Ministry of Electronic Affairs and e-governance India Limited. So ee mooru organization ಒಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ and for what it is providing services for e-migrate e-migrate or migration ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ electronic services which is available not like offline. So we were talking about that. So agreement ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ there was a seminar or a conference conducted. So the name of conference is Powering Transformation through User Experience and User Interface. Conference was conducted here. So this is a conference that was conducted. So ee ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. So keep that in your mind. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದು ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ. So this in that conference ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಆದ್ರೂ we can conclude. So outcome ಆಗಿ ಈ ಮೂರು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. I mean they signed a memorandum of understanding. So now we understood why have they signed this kind of memorandum of understanding. Migration ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ that is a migration. So ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ದೇಶ ಆಗಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿನ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. They will have their own set of protocols to run. So ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ protocols ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. And also for what it was signed to assist the blue collar workers. Now who are these blue collar workers? Blue collar workers andre ivaga we know that we are going to service andre ivaga there is service sector in India. Nanu maneyalli kutkondu Americaಗೆ ನಾನು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ that is not blue collar. But if I am physically present in America, then it is called as blue collar. Okay, so this is basically to those workers who will be physically present from this my home country to the other country. So ಅಂತವರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನೇನು ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು? See for example they can bring in some employers and registered recruitment agents, insurance providers on common platform to provide safe and legal migration. So whatever the documentation is, they can also bring in the insurers, okay, and they can help provide the employers and registered recruitment agents. So ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲನೂ ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗಬಹುದು. So that provision can be availed through this agreement. Okay, and another thing is that so ee ಒಂದು portal ಏನಿದೆ, see now let us try to understand what we get in CSC portal, right? CSC portal, which is also known as Common Service Center. So ee ಒಂದು portal, this was released by Ministry of Information Technology. Okay, so ee ಒಂದು portal ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, so many things will be given, right? So when government is giving so many things ಅಥವಾ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಏನು ರಿಲೀಸ್ maybe the schemes would be released or whatever is released, ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. that is what should be the distance, so that gap should be taken care. So ಆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ what has government done is they have come up with this initiative that is Common Services Center. Okay, so ಈ ಒಂದು Common Services Center that would be provide, these centers will be acting as which will have a compendium tara act agutte, where through this portal or through this platform they can get services from anywhere and anytime. Okay, and what else can we get from this is, see one more thing is ಈ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ now they have collaborated with the other ministry, that is external affairs. Now external affairs is responsible for the migrants. Basically they are responsible for migrants. Now migrants ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಬೇಕು ಏನೇನು ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ previously traditional form ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ you have to present some paper, some documentation, but when everything is made in electronic mode, just by signing in or maybe putting a message or something, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಟೋಲ್ ಫ್ರೀ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್, ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ CSCs ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ವೈ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟೆಡ್. Okay, and what and all would be required, what are the facilities ಏನೇನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದರೆ the registration, okay, the facilities provided will be of registration, uploading and processing of the required documents for any e-migration portal. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, even supporting booking for medical. So this happens when someone dies, abroad ಹೋಗಿದಾಗ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ even for that they have given a provision. Okay, and other services required by migrant workers, whatever the services is required that would be given. Also they also have taken government ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೈಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ MOU. Okay, so you can see this is how the portal looks like. Okay, so this is part of Digital India Mission. Okay, this is part of Digital India Mission and this comes under the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. So this is how the portal will be like. So ee ಒಂದು portal ಮುಖಾಂತರ usually basically it is made government ಕೊಡೋ services ನ ಎಂತ even for the rural area people ಅಂತವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಹೋಗಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ people will be aware and through this they get to know what is happening and they can avail the service. So this is how the website looks like. Okay, so this is all about e-migration portal. I hope you have understood. So migration check required countries. What is this migration check required countries? Do you know what is that? Migration check required countries. Migration check required countries. Do you know what is that? Can you guys comment and tell me what is that? Can you guys comment and tell me what is that? Migration check required countries. Can anyone tell me what is this migration check required countries? So you see, ಕೆಲವು countries such as Nepal and all, ನಮಗೆ ವೀಸಾ ಆಗಲಿ ಏನು ಲೈಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ನಮಗೆ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೇಪಾಳ ಅಥವಾ ಭೂತಾನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ವೀಸಾ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ನೋ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್, ಇಫ್ ದೇ ನೋ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ರೆಗರಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೀ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ USA ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. USA ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ and there is a protocol, perfect protocol from where if I am a person from India and if I have to go to America, what are the protocols to be followed? That is all under immigration check requirement countries. So ಈ ಒಂದು immigration check ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನೇನು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ CSC ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Now they have collaborated so that they will get the provision. Okay, moving on to the next one. So this is how the website looks like. Okay, moving on to the next question. So Dash has partnered with the Defense Research and Development Organization. So DRDO, I hope you guys have heard DRDO andre ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? So that is one of the organization which comes under Ministry of Defense. DRDO is which comes under Ministry of Defense. Okay, so ee one organization, it has combined with some other organization, we don't know which organization is that, and inaugurated the DRDO Industry Academia Center. Okay, DRDO Industry Academia Center of Excellence. Okay, now first of all, what is this Center of Excellence? Center of Excellence andre enu? Do you guys know? Can anyone tell me what do you understand by the term center of excellence? Yes. Do you know what is this? Center of excellence andre enanta gotta? Do you guys know what is that? And why do we need? No, it's not headquarters. It is not headquarters. So, center of excellence. So, let us assume that nanu IT sector alli excel ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay. There are so many other branches. IT sector, IT related ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇಡೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. And let us assume every organization is producing something. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನು I have to verify whether that whatever is produced is correct or not, whether it is in good condition, whether we can put it in practical use. So ee ella research, higher level research or the highest level research agirbodu, whatever it is, even to approve the whatever invented. Okay, all these happens in the center of excellence. Center of excellence alli you can tell that all the biggest scientists alli irtare, yakandre they have to approve, maybe they approve or they collaborate with other experts in order to formulate their own new things. So ee ಒಂದು center of excellence ಏನಿದೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲೂ ನಮಗೆ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. It may be with respect to green technology, with respect to engineering, or here it is in with respect to industry academia, DRDO industry academia ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ this is focused for industry equipments that we can simplify. Okay, on its campus, okay, on its another some organization, we don't know which organization is that, on its campus for interdisciplinary research, okay, in next generation defense technology. So interdisciplinary research andre for example one discipline is from biology, other is physics. So ee eradu collaborate ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೆಲವು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, that is interdisciplinary research. Okay, in the next generation defense technology, that means we need to work on improving the technology. So which organization is that? That is what is asked. So which one you think is the answer? Can you guys comment and tell me which one you think is the answer? Okay, very good. That is IIT Kanpur. Very good. So IIT Kanpur DRDO ಜೊತೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನರಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನರಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ IIT Kanpur. It is in Uttar Pradesh for the next generation defense technology. So you see, ಈ ಒಂದು anything related to DRDO or defense. Okay, so whatever the research is happening, that is because ನಾವು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಸ್ರೇಲ್, ರಷ್ಯಾ ಈ ಥರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ನ ನಾನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ನ ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ A class equipments there. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿನ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್. Okay, so for this, in line with this, there was one defense expo. Okay, there was one defense expo in 2022. Okay, even the defense expo nalli there was some outcome. Outcome prakara they wanted to become Atmanirbhar. Defense wanted to become Atmanirbhar. That means self dependent. Bere jote bere countries mele dependence kadime ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. And also they wanted to reach $5 billion defense exports target by 2024. So this was the target set. Okay, so that was the outcome from this particular, and in turn, in line with this thing, the DRDO has now collaborated with IIT Kanpur. Okay, and ee one center of excellence ge fund madodu DRDO. Okay, so they can ask in the examination which organization will be funding. So you must know that it is DRDO only which is funding for this particular project. Okay, so the next question, according to Dash, the edition of Times Higher Education. Okay, so what is it? Times Higher Education. So idu ಒಂದು organization. Okay, Times Higher Education is an organization. So see, ಈ ಒಂದು organization they oftenly release the ranking of various industries of not industries, educational institutions. So it may be just Asia ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, but they are very active in releasing university ranking. But ಈ ಒಂದು edition, we don't know which edition is that. According to the Dash edition, we have to find the edition. Times Higher Education's ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಬರೀ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಅವರು ಅಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ Indian Institute of Science, it is in Bengaluru, Bengaluru-nallೇ ಇರೋದು ಅದು. Okay, it has ranked 32nd on the list. Okay, it has ranked 32nd on the list, is the highest ranked in Indian institutions. The 2024 list features a total of how many Indian institutions? Okay, bari ivaga as I told you, ಏಷ್ಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಇವರು ಅಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 32nd IIScಗೆ 32nd ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಬರೀ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ IISc ಇಸ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್, ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, and this altogether the 2024 list, this year's list, okay, consists of totally how many Indian institutions anta kelidare. So here we have to fill in the two blanks. Ondu, and always remember ee tara blanks ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ that will be in a respective manner. ಇವಾಗ first blank ನನಗೆ addition ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, so all the first will be in the option, all the first will be additions only. Later on they have asked me what is the total number of institutions. So in the second blank, okay, so second number comma adnale ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ, in all those second numbers we will get to see which is the number, I mean how many total institutions are there, and they have asked only Indian institutions, not any other institution. Okay, what will be the answer for this? Can you guys tell me? 16th and 89th. Okay, what else? The answer is 12th and 91. So antandre all together then this is the 12th edition. Okay, ee ಒಂದು ranking na idu 12th edition. Okay, and altogether Indian Institute 91 Indian institutions have been taken, but last year I think it was only 75 institutions, but now they have increased the number of institutions, that is to 91. Okay, so we will see some things about this. Okay, I think is this visible? Can you guys see it properly? Okay, so the first place, this is the first place. Overall now consider madidre, this is the first place, this is the second place, and this is the third place. So first place goes to Tsinghua University, this is in China. Okay, this is in China. And Peking University, again this is in China. This is the second place. Peking University is in China, and National University of Singapore. So as it is, this place is in Singapore. Okay, this place is in Singapore. So these are the universities that has got top ranking. Now the ranking, okay, altogether 739 institutions were ranked. Okay, ella countries in the Asian countries in the 739 institutions na rank madidru, and how many countries? Totally 31 countries or regions. 31 countries or regions in the 739 were the overall number of institutions that was assessed. So compared to last year, overall number of institution nodidre, there is an increase of 10.5%. Okay, 10.5, not just India, overall, all together, all the Asia, 10.5% ashtu ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. That is number of institutions have been added. And ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 119 ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಜಪಾನೇ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಟಾಪ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಜಪಾನ್, ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ followed by India with 91 university. Okay, India second position, second representation, highest representation was from India with 91 university, and first was Japan with 119 universities. Okay, and remaining is not very important. Idu China's and all will not be important. Namge bekagirodu India ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Okay, next ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ವಾಸ್ assessed based on 18 performance indicators. It is not necessary for me to know what are those performance indicators. ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ there are 18 performance indicators, and these 18 performance indicators were further divided into 5 categories. Okay, that is 5 area. ಈ 18 ನ 5 area ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. That is teaching. Okay, first is teaching, research environment, second area research quality, international outlook, and industry. Okay, so these are the 5 areas which was considered. Okay, 18 parameters ಅಥವಾ 18 performance indicators na 5 area nalli divide madidru. We don't want to know what are those areas in depth, but all you have to know is total number of universities assessed and how many countries participated. They can ask or they might not ask. 10.5% increase compared to the previous year. Okay, and ಟಾಪ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಪಾನ್ ಇದೆ, ಜಪಾನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಕೇಳ್ದಿರಾನು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. Okay, and these rankings are based on 18 performance indicators which are further divided into 5 areas. Okay, so these things will be important. Okay, I hope you guys have understood the previous one. Okay, fine. So next time I'll try to change this color. So Vineet has told me that it is not visible to him. Okay, next time I'll take care of the color. Okay, the next question, Securities and Exchange Board of India. So, do you know what is SEBI? SEBI gotta ellargu? Are you guys aware of it? SEBI kelidira idelladru? Very important. Banking aspirants ge this is very, very important. Have you guys heard of SEBI? Okay, it's not coming. Have you guys heard of SEBI? Kelidira elladru? Okay, so this SEBI is a market regulator. Always know. Stock market alli enen aagtide enen aagtilla annodu regulate madodu SEBI. So always remember, so this is a regulatory body. Iವರು ಕೂಡ exams release ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, and the exams okay, the SEBI grade A ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು exams release ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. SEBI grade A is very important, very crucial because it is having a very good pay. And also the syllabus is also very difficult. Aptitude reasoning jote kellu commerce topics kuda keltare, that is accounts, economics, finance, idella kuda keltare. So people from other background, they might find it difficult, but people from commerce background will find it very easy because of the other subjects. Okay, anyways, coming back to this, and this is a regulatory body. So rules, idu regulatory body agirodu, and it's a statutory body. Since it is established through a law, it will have all the powers to impose any rules in the market regulate ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ it will have every authority. It is more like RBI. RBI ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಹಂಗೆ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so this is a very important organization. Okay, so what is it? They have notified a framework. Okay, they have notified a framework ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ some set of rules. Okay, which allow the privately placed ಅಂದ್ರೆ which is under private. Okay, infrastructure investment trust. Now, what is this infrastructure investment trust, which is also known as InvITs? Okay, so this infrastructure investment trust ಇದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಥರ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೂಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಫಂಡ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ವಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಮನಿ. Okay, and it is again taken care by SEBI. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ SEBI under ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, it has issued subordinate units. Okay, now the framework is on subordinate units. So there are two types of units. One ordinary unit, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು subordinary unit. Ordinary unit can be anything like deeds ತರ. Okay, it is a normal deed which is subject to every type of regulation, rules, liability. It is subject to everything. But subordinate andre ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗಿರೋದು, where we can expect some relaxation. Maybe everything is not applicable to subordinate units. Okay, so that is a subordinate unit, and this subordinate unit is usually issued by InvITs. Idu InvITs ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. The new framework was introduced by SEBI in exercise of powers. Okay, so exercise of powers ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು section ಮುಖಾಂತರ through that section only they can impose anything. So here they have asked this section. So for banking examination, don't think that sections will not be asked. Current affairs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ sections ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, and made certain amendments to Securities Exchange Board of India Infrastructure Investment Trust Regulation 2014. So this was the regulation through which InvITs were formed or introduced. ಈ ಒಂದು regulation ಗೆ ಅವರು ಏನೋ amendment ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, and after the amendment this particular bill is now called as Securities and Exchange Board of India Infrastructure Investment Trust Amendment Regulation 2024. So even this will be very, very important. Okay, so mark it, this will also be very, very important. Okay, so they are asking me which section is that. Now what do you think is the answer? I hope you have understood the question. Have you guys understood the question? Okay, so option B, section 42, read with section 56 of SEBI Act 1992. What will be the answer? What do you think is the answer? It is section 30, read with section 11 and 12 of SEBI Act 1992. This is the correct answer. Okay, always sections mention madiddaga you must make a note of the section. I hope you guys have understood this particular question. Ee ondu nimge artha agide anta ankoltini. I will I will simplify it. Yenantandre infrastructure investment trust, it is like a mutual fund where they pool the funds. Andre it will be open for common people. Nange interest idre nanu ondashtu duddu ali prati tinglu hakbodu. When there is a profit, it would be divided as per my share. Okay, that is infrastructure investment trust. So ee ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆ there is a framework done by SEBI. Okay, now there is one thing about this InvITs, that is they give a subordinate unit. Now we have discussed that there are two types of unit, one the subordinate, one the ordinate. Ordinate units are normal deeds, okay, like a normal deed which will be subject to every type of liability, every type of restriction, every type of rules. But subordinate are not something like that. Okay, they are little below, under below ordinary. So that means they will not be subject to every liability, every restrictions. ಆ ಥರ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮನಿ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್, ಮೈ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫೇಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಫೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. So in order to avoid that, SEBI has brought in some strict framework. Okay, and that framework, since it is a statutory body, ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯುಟರಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನೇ ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೇ ಅವರು ಇಂಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ section 30, read with section 11 and 12 of SEBI Act 1992. Okay, and because this is a framework which is already notified, there should be some amendment also. Yakandre rules alla change madidare now. Whatever was the existing rules, that is no longer there. That is completely amended. Hagagi ivaga adanna nanu hosadagi Securities and Exchange Board of India Infrastructure Investment Trust Amendment Regulation 2024 anta karitini. Clear? I hope this is clear. Okay. Now, okay, so the aim is like we need to evaluate the gap. So ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಗಿವನ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ನ ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್, they have made a new framework. Okay, and this also in order to mitigate the risk, ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೂಡ this has been done because people are investing money. ಜನ ದುಡ್ಡು ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, that is a trust. So in order to retain that trust, risk mitigation is necessary. Okay, so now what are the rules? You can see some of the rules. So these rules are like, it should be whatever the subordinates units that should be issued by sponsors or its associates. Okay, when can we when the subordinate units can be issued? Upon acquisition of an infrastructure project. Okay, acquisition ನಂತರನೇ ನಾನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ subordinate units ನ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. And there will not be any voting rights, okay, for the distributor. Subordinate units will not have any voting rights. Okay, that is, those people will not have any kind of voting rights. And the amount of subordinate, see, it should not exceed 10% of the acquisition price of infrastructure project by the InvIT. Okay, it should not exceed 10%. Okay, that is the amount of subordinate unit, that should not exceed 10%. More than 10% it should not exceed, and total number of outstanding subordinate units should not exceed even the 10% of total number of outstanding or ordinary units issued by InvITs. Okay, so whatever is the outstanding InvITs, that should not exceed 10% of the ordinary InvITs. And the whatever they cannot raise fund through public issues. Public issue andre through IPOs they cannot raise the fund. So especially for banking aspirants, all these regulations will be important. So exam ali, PO exams ali, what you can expect is, which of the following is not part of the framework and the questions kuda neevu expect ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So then it becomes important. Okay, and further information is that it will be the subordinate units will be reclassified into ordinary units. Okay, when we can reclassify? When they achieve performance benchmark after 3 years of issuance. So there will be a benchmark set. So 3 varshada nantara when they achieve that benchmark, they will be classified into ordinary units. And investment manager is required. Okay, he is required for the in principle approval as well as to disclose the progress regarding the performance. So investor now here this investment manager has two roles to play. One, in order to obtain in principle approval, and secondly in order to disclose the progress regarding the performance benchmark. Okay, and whatever the price of the subordinate, okay, that will be determined as per the pricing guidelines applicable for issuance of ordinary units only. So yaru henge ivaga ordinary unit ge henge navu price line decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾವು subordinate unit ge kuda price line decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so see, InvITs, they are regulated by SEBI, and how are they regulated? Through an act. What is the act? That is Securities and Exchange Board of India Infrastructure Investment Trust Regulation 2014. ಇವಾಗ ಇದೇ ಒಂದು regulation, ಇದೇ ಒಂದು act ಏನಿದೆ, they have amended and they have turned it as Amended Regulation 2024. Okay, the next question is, which bank has introduced the Maha Krishi Samriddhi Yojana? Okay, so this is a Yojana introduced now. This is a scheme. Okay, and some bank has introduced it. A pivotal initiative, that is major initiative to offer financial assistance to food and agro-based industries and agri-infrastructure project. So this Maha Krishi Samriddhi Yojana, this is a scheme, okay, major scheme, ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ for financial assistance. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ financial assistance? It is only to food and agri-based industries and agri-infrastructure projects. ಈ ಎರಡು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಎರಡು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ they will get financial support. Okay, which can include ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಬರ್ಬೋದು? Any startup which are involved in processing activities and development of agricultural infrastructure facilities. Basically, they should be from farmer background, and not every farmer. That is food and agro-based industries and agri-infrastructure. All the farmer, okay, related to agriculture. Okay, now which bank is the answer? Which one you think is the answer? Whether it is State Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of India, or Indian Overseas Bank. Which one you think is the answer? Can you guys tell me? C, that is Bank of Maharashtra. Very good. That is the right answer. Okay, so you can see who are eligible for this. See, any individual, startup, anyone, okay, any companies, okay, but they must be related to farmer producing company. They are all they're all eligible to get. Okay, also public limited companies who are into the agricultural sector, they are eligible to get that. Okay, and also for all the new and existing food and agro processing units under agriculture. Okay, whatever, but they all should be related to agriculture. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ financial assistance ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Now what are the benefits that they get through this particular scheme? That is, they can get finance for new and expansion of the existing unit. So finance ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು? See, such as acquisition or construction of land, building, all these areas. So for all these areas related to agriculture, they will get financing. Financing up to what extent? So maximum of 100 crores. Maximum of 100 crores, okay, and the facilities such as term loan, working capital or export credit, letters of credit and bank guarantee. So letters of credit is nothing but ivaga nanu export ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ for time being maybe I do not have money, or maybe I have money, but ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮನಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಬಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಸೀವ್, ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ party will send the goods to that respective organization. Once the goods are delivered, the payment will be received by the investor or the retailer. Okay, so we can get up to 100 crore. 100 crore is the loan amount that I can avail, and repayment period ಎಷ್ಟವರೆಗೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 10 years ವರೆಗೂ repayment ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, they are capital loans are repayable on demand. So on demand also they will give. Okay, and it is in line with one district one product. So this particular one district one product initiative ಅನ್ನೋದು it comes under Ministry of Food Processing Industries. So what is this one district one product? So we know that ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೇಬಲ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್. ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್. Okay, so that is one district one product. So it is in line with one district one product. And also what directions, okay, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, this department comes under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. So ಇವರು ಏನು ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನಾ ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ. Okay, so that's all for today's current affairs. I hope it was beneficial. So whatever we discussed were some of the major current affairs. Idrale we saw about Digital India Mission, we saw about one district one product, right? So we saw, and when it comes to banking we saw about InVITs. InVITs are very very important when it comes to banking. So ಕೆಲವು ಮೇಜರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮುಂದಿನ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ we will see about some schemes such as what is this one district one initiative, what is that Digital India Mission, ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Also we will see what is important in the coming current affairs. Okay, so I hope and first of all we had some technical glitches due to which there was break in the session, but we'll make sure that hereafter you will not face any such glitches. that we will take care from our end. But ಇವಾಗಿಂದ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಲೈವ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಖಂಡಿತ ನೋಡಿ, and whatever the doubts you have, if you want to do, if you want any improvement, do comment and tell us. So, but don't forget, August ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದ ಟೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದೇ ಡೇಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. CHSL ಮೇ ಬಿ 1 month or approximately 1.5 month ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So all the best for you all. Study well, and we are giving all the possible support from our channel. So kindly stay tuned to our channel, and thank you.
Wow.